Well, just a shipping confirmation email.
Oh, you get that. Yeah. Greg has like, he can see like what's coming in our mail.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So then if we have mail thieves, we know that somebody stole our mail.
I did not know that
You
was
can
even
get
a
that.
thing.
You can
Wow,
actually get that.
Hi.
You can get that. If you
Sorry.
want to see what's coming in your mail, you can actually set up a thing with the post office to say, I want to see what's coming in the mail.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you want to dress your hair?
No, I
She
didn't.
doesn't
I
wanna
didn't get a
dress.
pixie, you guys. I didn't, but I got my bangs cut, and I immediately regretted it.
I like the way that you're
She
wearing
likes.
it.
She likes. Well, I
like
kind
it.
of feel like I have to. I have a lot of layers now. I just immediately regretted the bang cutting. I'm going to be growing it out for the next year, so just prepare for me to hate my hair for the next year. Everybody, get ready for me to hate my hair.
Thank you to everybody who's been writing and very sweet about the hives. They are fine now, so I don't have any thyroid issues.
No,
It's fine.
She's not dying of cancer.
I don't have cancer. I have no thyroid
that's
problems.
The thing. We got a lot of emails that were saying that, and
Yeah.
I almost intervened, but I just sat back and I was like, okay. I mean, I know people are concerned about her.
Well-intentioned.
They were so sweet and
Very
well-intentioned,
sweet.
but like when you see the C word and you see like, I think you have thyroid issues and I think you have this, it's like, oh my gosh, are these
Yeah.
people doctors? Are they?
Well, and the thing is, I'm an every 6 month physical kind of girl.
Yeah,
I get
totally.
the labs. Like,
Yeah.
I do not miss it. I know
Both
my
of us.
thyroid is fine.
Both of us are
Everything's
anal.
fine.
We're all anal retentive up in here about the doctors,
About medical stuff.
Totally.
But yeah, Saturday night was really the last night that I truly suffered, and then yesterday I had a normal day, so I think I'm past them.
Yeah.
Big announcement. Hardcovers are going out this week.
Very excited.
Very excited to finally
Yeah.
be able to get those out to you guys. And then hopefully paperback, the first round of, like the very first of you who ordered paperback, inscribed paperbacks, we're going to start sending those next week.
Yeah.
I hope that that's the case. They should
Yeah.
be coming this week, so we will get those out as quickly as possible. You may have noticed a couple of additions to our store. We have now the Fill the Seat t-shirts and other merch that
Yeah.
has hashtag Fill the Seat
Yeah,
on
I
it.
put Fill the Seat in there, and I put our happy little cartoon faces in there, which is kind of even the PNG that I use. I'm sorry, it's like a graphic. The graphic, it still is just on a white background. I couldn't avoid that. Like
Okay.
there's no avoiding it. So it may not. It's not exactly what I'm really weird about that. I want it to be perfect, and it's not gonna be.
It's not exactly how you want it.
It's not exactly how I want it, but it
But
is what it
still,
is.
it's
And so
there.
if you want to get our cartoon faces on something, you can do that. And then the Fill the Seat is out there too. Yeah.
So you can get to the store link at the top of our website, chicksontheright.com. There's a link to the store,
Yeah.
and you can see all of the cute little things.
Yeah.
Do have a few presents. We
We
from
do.
Trisha Stahl. We got these Spygate. She makes these.
Oh my gosh,
They're
like
playing
cards.
Spygate
Wonder if I can open them up. Here we go.
playingcards.com.
Let me see. I'll open them up.
Yeah, open those up. Those are from Trisha.
Oh, look at
She
this. They
makes
have
those.
like little things on them, like
Best
that.
poker hands according
according
to
to
rank.
rank.
Yeah,
They
so
have,
that's
like,
a cute little thing.
royal flush, straight flush, all that kind of stuff on them. They have like that's kind of cool.
So Spygate playing. Wait, let me make sure I get that right. Yeah, SpygatePlayingCards.com. We also got
see.
a lovely letter from Marilyn Cornelison, who makes her own skincare, you guys. So this
my
is kind of amazing.
gosh.
She created a boutique skin line that specializes in serums, and she has 30 years of experience as an esthetician. And 14 years as a flight attendant. And so she was having dry skin issues and thought, I'm just going to use what I know and I'm going to make my own stuff. And so it's called In-Flight Skincare. And she sent us some samples of her In-Flight
Oh, look at this.
skincare
This
line.
has like hyaluronic acid,
All the
and,
good
like,
stuff.
vitamin C and vitamin E, all this stuff on there. Look at that. That's so cool.
In-Flight Skincare.
And then there's more stuff in here.
.com.
Look at this. There's like serums and
Oh, yeah.
stuff, you guys.
This is what
Look
like
at
she
that.
specializes in.
Look at that. I'm totally going to use this.
So that's awesome.
I love skincare stuff.
Skincare
Love
stuff is
it.
the best. We also, the three of us, including Rob from Amy W., sent us some Trump pens. But you guys, these are different because look what they do.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
And then he says stuff. I've been playing with it all morning. And so he does say, I don't know how to get him to say the things.
I'm the smartest guy I know.
I'm the smartest guy I know.
There's
There's
a
a
few
few different sayings. But
My IQ is huge.
What did he say?
My IQ is
my
huge.
IQ is huge.
I don't know where those come from.
I think it's because when you hit the left side,
Oh, okay.
the left side makes him talk.
Okay. So those are cute. You
Yeah.
got one and Rob got one.
Okay. The left side makes him talk. Yeah, there you go.
And then also...
Those are so adorable. Where do people find these things?
I know.
I swear.
From Crystal Nelson, she sent us a lovely handwritten card, and
So
she's from
nice.
Oregon, and she and her family are hazelnut farmers from
I
Oregon
love
Orchard,
hazelnuts.
and they sent us like 5-6 bags of hazelnuts, which is super exciting because I'm starving this morning. So, as usual, like every other day. But Himalayan salt, they're different flavors, I think. Are they? Yeah, chili
there's
pepper.
there's pepper.
There's like, oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Chocolate.
chocolate.
Oh
you
my
guys.
god. Sweet and spicy barbecue.
Oh my god.
Two
We're gonna
chocolates.
rip into
Oh,
the
yeah.
chocolate. There's milk chocolate and Marion berry chocolate. Like I've never heard of that.
So,
Look at
Oregon
that.
Orchard.
Oh, heck
Nuts.
yeah. Very
Thank you.
excited
about
so
that.
sweet.
Thank you guys. So yeah, quiet news weekend.
You know,
really
nothing
not a lot going on.
happened. Nothing went on this weekend, you guys. Nothing.
Nothing
You
extraordinary.
know, I mean, just a calm.
Nothing world changing. Really no big
Yeah,
deal.
No big deal. We didn't have enough stuff going on for the election. Wasn't a big deal.
I mean, if
Yeah.
this, I mean, could it get any crazier? Seriously. So RBG passes away. There's like an earthquake. There's fires still happening.
No
like
big deal.
everything is insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think it's safe to say that if you are a conservative or on the right in any way, you want the Senate to fill this seat.
Well, yeah, of course you do, and I don't see why. It's constitutional. He has to do this.
Yeah,
This is what he's supposed to do. This is why we elected the man.
absolutely.
And this is what Democrats would be doing. What this has happened, what, 28 times before? 29 times before?
And everybody's a hypocrite now.
Of course
Literally
that-
everybody.
Of course.
And I don't care. I mean, I don't care because at this point, Democrats have become so ruthless and terrible
Yeah.
that we have to fight
Of
fire
course.
with fire.
Of course we do. But it's not even fire. It's constant. You're supposed to do this. This is what they're supposed to do.
But
This is-
everyone's like, but Mitch didn't do it when Merrick Garland was nominated by Obama. Well, that's because Mitch still had control of the Senate.
I mean, just
and it was his call.
freaking do it.
So
Freaking fill the seat.
Fill the
That's
seat.
what you do. You fill the seat. Yeah, we hired the guy to do this. This
Mm-hmm.
is what he's supposed to do. Fill the seat.
And I'm glad that Democrats are getting on the record saying insane, crazy things like we're going to pack the courts if this happens
Or
and
we're
we take
gonna
the Senate.
or we're gonna burn the country
Yeah.
down. Yeah, okay, like you're not already doing that.
so this is going to change things.
I
How?
know, exactly. Like nothing is changing at all. Okay, whatever. Like, okay. That's happening already. So, what? Fill the seat.
Fill the seat.
Yeah.
Now, do I have like confidence that it's going to be
No.
before the election?
Probably
Absolutely not.
No.
I mean,
And Nancy
no.
Pelosi has the audacity to be like, we're going to impeach him.
even Judge Napolitano was like, seriously, that's absurd.
She is
like,
a
there's really no.
crazy
You can't.
She is just a lunatic at this point.
Yeah. What was that? Did you see that?
At
clip?
the end, did you see it at the
Yeah.
end?
Yeah.
Where
You
she
sent
was
it
like,
to me.
yeah.
The clip where she's just like,
With George
"Good morning,
Stephanopoulos.
good Sunday morning."
Yeah. Because he was like, are you gonna, what is it, the quill and your, whatever the hell they
Yeah,
were saying.
arrows
that-
in your quiver.
Arrows in your quiver or whatever. And he was like, basically, are you gonna tell me something? Are you gonna give me some information? And she was like, good morning.
It was so
Good.
weird.
Good morning.
It
I'm
was-
psychotic.
It was not
I'm
normal.
psychotic, George. Because she is a lunatic.
Yeah, for real. For real.
These people, they're all lunatics at this point. I'm so done. Fill the freaking seat.
Fill the seat. Also, did you guys hear Joe Biden saying that 200 million people were going to die before he finished his speech?
It's like 2/3 of us. We're all gonna drop dead.
You guys, he's unwell, okay?
Yeah.
Like, there's no getting around it.
I mean, I don't know.
Dude is not well.
I've said this on our show a couple times. People in his family don't love him.
There's
If,
no way.
if somebody actually loved him and his family, they would say, you don't need to be doing this anymore. You need to stop doing this because we love you and we're going to take your car keys away now.
It's time.
Because you don't need to be driving.
We're still
the
gonna let you
car.
live with us.
I feel it, yeah.
But we're just...
We're not going to put you in a home yet. But at this point, we need to be wiping your butt because you are not fit to be walking around or driving a car.
or leading anything,
let
at all.
alone the country. I mean, it's like Jill does not like. She doesn't love him.
Clearly not.
She
because there's no
doesn't.
way that she can't see what's happening.
Yeah, and
there's
his
no way.
his kids don't care about him. Nobody's stepping in and saying, "Okay, Dad, enough is enough. This is embarrassing. 200 million of you are going to die before the speech is over." I mean, it's like, it's every
Does
day,
he not
you guys.
hear himself
Is
say-
it not every single day at this point?
Every day.
Every time he opens his mouth, he says something stupid. He's mental. It's time for
it is
somebody to
really-
step in and say, enough is enough.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't drive anymore. It was like I'm making a...
It's just a thing
It's
that,
a thing
you know,
that I
how
do.
we're just...
Yeah, we're just making a comparison. You guys, the Emmys were last night.
Oh, yeah.
Who
so-
cares? Raise their hand.
Wow, I didn't know that, and then
I didn't know
heard
it.
about it this morning.
Me too.
And then I heard that if you were a leftist, then you thought that they were hilarious because it was completely filled with anti-Trump nonsense. And if you're normal, then you
Yeah.
thought it was ridiculous because it was filled with anti-Trump nonsense.
A bunch of self-important people on their own mansion lawns celebrating themselves. I mean, that's pretty leftist, don't you think? It's like, I'm going to celebrate myself and then look down on all the other people that have had to like sit in their homes for the past couple months because the government tells them to.
And what the hell, the opening line of Jimmy Kimmel was like, of course there's no audience. It's not like this is a MAGA rally.
Yeah.
Really? Why didn't you say it's not like it's George Floyd's 17th funeral?
Exactly.
I mean, what's the difference? You can use either one of those examples and you still suck at jokes,
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, you're not
You
funny.
suck.
You're not funny at all, Kimmel. God.
So I don't know who won anything because I don't care. I don't watch anything that these people are in anyway.
No,
so
I'm not in. Does anybody anymore?
Yeah,
Does
that's-
anybody give a crap
Which
about
are the
these people
Emmys?
anymore?
Or is
That's
that the-
TV.
Okay, that's just
It's-
TV?
I guess it's just TV. I think it's just TV. I mean, does
Yeah.
anybody give two craps about these people anymore? We've all learned to kind of live without them, and nobody cares, and they've alienated half the country.
Mm-hmm.
So who gives a crap about these self-important blowhards?
For
Seriously, Emmys are full of Schitt's Creek.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
Glenna.
that show apparently was a big deal.
Or just full of that.
Apparently
Yeah.
that show did
I know.
well.
I know. And our kids really like that show. They think it's funny. And I'm like, you guys should watch Best in Show.
Ugh.
That's what I was telling them. And they're like, what's that?
Oh, they haven't seen that?
No, they don't know. Because
The
this
greatest
is the thing.
movie
I mean,
ever.
it's like, because the mom and dad are, I mean, because we're of a different generation, right? It's like when Catherine O'Hara and what's his name? is it Eugene Levy?
Yeah, yeah.
When they were together.
God loves a terrier. It's like one
Right?
of the greatest movies
It's
of
such a
all
great
time in
that's
space.
That's when stuff was good and people weren't political. And they didn't get out there and just talk about politics all the time, right?
God, I love that movie. It's time to watch that again because that is an excellent show.
Yeah.
You guys, somebody, a very clever and competent one of our followers, sent us a link, I think yesterday or sometime over the weekend, that they noticed that the BLM website has been scrubbed of all of the extra controversial.
The Marxist stuff.
They never really had that on the website specifically.
But like we want to kill the nuclear family.
That specifically, they have scrubbed their entire section. That there used to be, literally like last week, there was a section on the BLM website that says what we believe, and then it listed like all their beliefs. Well, that section is gone. Now, of course, it's been archived because it was like that forever. But they tried specifically to get rid of that, their desire to dismantle the nuclear family, that language, that verbiage, gone. I mean, they're so freaking sneaky, and it's just too little too late because the internet lives forever, and
Yeah, it
so does
does.
what they said.
Well,
so
that-
they can try to run. They cannot hide.
It's really interesting. Why do you want to hide it now?
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting, too, is that, like, places like Media Matters and even PolitiFact, like the fact-checking part of that, they tried to say, well, yeah, they said that, but they didn't mean it. That's when they tried to say, like, when the claim is BLM wants to dismantle the nuclear family, PolitiFact rated that false because that's not what they meant. So now PolitiFact apparently is in the business of reading minds and trying to like psychoanalyze what people are really saying instead of just taking them at their word. But like, it's incredible.
What do you mean you don't mean it?
I mean,
What?
well, what they said was this, yes, but what they meant was that they really believe it takes a village, and it's not like that they're against the nuclear family. They just believe that, it's a community.
Well, then they should have said that.
Right.
Yeah, you're full of crap.
You're totally full of
Quit
crap.
dancing.
I
Yeah.
mean, Come on.
That's what they should have said. They're totally against the nuclear family. And they're Marxists. They're freaking socialists.
And we're going to, on our show today, we're going to play some audio from Herschel Walker, who was talking about that too, because he had a real
oh my gosh,
come
it was
to Jesus
so
moment.
Great. It was so great, you guys.
And he's basically saying to sports,
like, how do you justify this?
Stop doing it.
And to corporations. All these corporations who feel like they need to come out and say, we're pro BLM because what? You have to be woke now? You jerks. It's like they all have to come out and say that they're, they have to pander, right? They have to pander now. Why do you feel like you have to do that, especially in light of the fact that these people are Marxists? You're a capitalist company. This is what you do. You guys engage in capitalism, Lululemon, and then you pander to BLM, which is a Marxist organization. How do you square that? How do you do that? I don't get it. And Herschel Walker's calling him out. Good for him.
I know. God, I love him.
God bless him too.
I love him and his hilariously gay son.
I know, right?
They're just they're so fun on Twitter to follow. Did you see the Ashley Judd thing that I posted?
No.
You guys!
I totally forgot about her.
Oh my God.
What is it? Is it, can I see it?
Well, it's on our website. I did a post this weekend. And you guys, let me tell you something. I have a bone to pick with some people because I put so much thought into this post, like into the writing of the post.
Yeah, well,
and it was really good.
Did people not read it?
No, because they were so focused on how bad Ashley Judd looks that they could not get past it. It's like all the comments were like, wow, what happened to her face? And she's been stung by more tracker jackers. And like everyone was so honed in on how she looked that no one paid attention to what I said. And it was really good, if I do say so myself.
Well, this is why I don't really write there that much anymore. People don't read because people don't read they don't read the actual words.
And I put so much energy into those words, you guys.
It's like, honestly, that's why I don't write on our site that much anymore. It's because I would spend a lot of time writing posts and then people just wouldn't read them. And I'm like, you know what? Because people, like over the past 5 years, I've noticed that people just read headlines. Yeah. And they look at pictures and they basically are 14 when it comes to reading. And so I'm just like, it used to be that people were very thoughtful in reading our posts. And and
he's got his dot. Look at
that.
This is for you. This punching Donald Trump pen. Here's
what
it does.
What it does. The left hand.
Oh wait. Why won't
Isn't that the greatest?
Isn't that awesome?
Isn't that great?
Anyway.
So one hand punches, the other.
Yeah, one hand punches,
one
but they also both can punch. Like you can press them together.
Yeah, it's like what was that doll? What was the doll that in the 70s that used to punch?
It was a game.
It was a Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Yeah.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Yeah.
The 70s.
Yeah, you weren't.
I've heard about those.
It's the music you listen to.
You know what?
Was that a real thing?
It's been a rough weekend of feeling old. I really don't need your shit today. Okay. Don't need it.
So back to Ashley Judd. Okay, so the reason that I wrote about her, you guys, she did a 1-hour Instagram live with a Black Lives Matter.
Thank you, whoever gave us the pen.
With a Black Lives Matter anti-race. She's an anti-racism activist by the name of Monique Melton.
Does that come with dental?
Well, in her case, it does because she just takes constant donations from people that.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So show her face.
Oh my God.
I mean, it is bad, you guys. But the thing is, because she kind of looks like Caitlyn Jenner got stung by tracker jackers. And so in this video, at the very beginning, she talks about how she got dolled up for this Instagram live because of the patriarchy. And so then they spend like an hour just talking about how proud they are of being able to share space with one another. And it's all about this. It's just Ashley feeling guilt over her whiteness and Monique Melton essentially saying, well, I mean, you should. And then there's this moment. It's just like all full of self-congratulations. And then there's a moment at the end where Monique says, okay, I'm going to ask you something really profound now. And it's going to give me a lot of insight into your personality. So I just want you to be ready for this question I'm about to lay on you. And Ashley is like, okay. She's like the perfect student, right? And so Monique says, when you go through your nighttime routine, do you brush first or floss first? And I'm not kidding you guys. You can watch it, I promise you, because I was in the hospital all night, Friday night, watching this. I had nothing better to do. So she sits back and she's like, she really ponders this question because, you know, it's a big deal to.
I mean, that
gotta
question
think
is an
through that.
earth-shattering question. I'm sure you guys are all thinking about it right now. You're like, oh my God, what do
How
I do first?
this?
What do
What's
I do?
the right answer?
It's insight into my personality.
Right.
Am I good? Am I bad?
And
Yeah.
she says, as proudly as you can say your nighttime routine, she says, on my best days, I brush first, then I floss using a C shape around each tooth, and then I brush again.
Wow.
And so
I mean,
listeners to this are
I'm compelled. I'm
right?
very- like,
You're
I'm-
supposed
I'm-
to be like, oh, how is Monique Melton gonna interpret this amazing
Is she
routine?
racist or is she not?
And then they went into this giant. So Monique goes into this thing about how, okay, well, from that answer, what I know about you is that you tend to be someone who lets people into your inner circle very easily, but also because you brush again, sometimes you don't. This is the intellectual elite.
Psychoanalysis
Oh my
based
God.
on how you brush your freaking teeth.
It's insane, you
Yeah,
guys.
and these are the people who get up at the Emmys and they like look down on us. This is what they're doing.
By the way, Monique Melton is a lunatic, and you can.
Really? I would have never
I know.
guessed that. I would have never in a million years guessed that. I'm shocked. Are you guys shocked?
I put a bunch of stuff in the post about things she said, like how she refused to celebrate the 4th of July because it was so racist, and like she thinks that if you are a white person, and she's specifically speaking to white liberal women, if you're one of those woke white liberal women who's all BLM, you need to take action by literally giving up things that you have earned, because you didn't really earn them, because it's your white privilege that earned them, and give things to black people. That's the only way to really atone.
Like, for what? Here's my car.
I mean, seriously.
Here's what are we doing?
That's the only way to make
Here's
things right.
my Trump pen that I got today.
You got that from your white
I love
privilege.
this, but I mean, this is obviously my white privilege.
I mean, these people, these anti-racism activists are batshit, and no one should allow themselves to be bullied into feeling as though they need to do the work of anti-racism bullcrap.
Yeah.
It's all nonsense, and if you read my post, I make a very clear case for that. I really wish you would read it all the way through, because it's good.
Yeah, people don't read anymore.
I really wish you guys would read stuff.
Yeah, people don't read. You guys, I know this is not political, but Goodfellas is 30 years old.
What is even happening?
I put that in the
How is that possible?
I put that in the template today because it's one of my favorite movies. I know it's like a mob movie, but I can't help it. I love that movie. But it is 30 years old. Can you believe it's 30?
How is that a thing?
I don't even understand it. I don't know. Does anybody out there like Goodfellas? I love that movie.
Who doesn't like that
Well, I
movie?
mean, some people don't. Some people are going to be like, that's so violent, Jay-Z. It's so violent.
It's so good.
It's such a great
That's a
movie.
great
I love
movie.
everything about it. I love Lorraine Bracco. I know. And she's probably like a huge lib, and I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Robert De Niro's horrible. I know. But the movie itself, if you just look at the movie, like within the confines of the movie, it's such a great movie. It really is. It's like that's when movies were good, and they
For
didn't
real.
suck, and they didn't have to like fit a quota for diversity. Remember?
Yeah.
Because, you know, and I remember that movie was up against, God, what was it up against? It says, that it's
Is
like,
it in here?
Oh, I know, Kevin Costner, the one with the Native Americans. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Dances with Wolves?
Yes.
It was that same year?
Yes.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yes, it was 1990.
Wow, I don't
And it was
remember
up
that.
against Dances with Wolves, and it lost. It lost to Dances with Wolves, which was also a fantastic movie. Like
Fantastic
that, and I
movie.
started thinking to myself, that's when movies were good. Like, do you guys remember going to the movies and actually enjoying yourself at the movies? It's like they just don't.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore. They don't. Now movies just suck. They suck, or they're remakes of great movies, and then they ruin them, right?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
anyway, I just can't believe it turned 30. That
God,
just makes me
30 years old.
I know. It made me feel. I was having a lot of I'm really old moments this weekend. You know, and I think it's because I also trimmed my bang or got my bangs cut, and I was having bang regret. Lot of
I
bang
swear, like
regret.
in a month, you're gonna love your bangs. I really
in a
I
month
feel
maybe,
strongly
but right
about
now I'm
this.
having a lot of bang regret today, you guys. and I felt really old this weekend, and that did not help. 30.
That's
It's crazy.
That's a long-ass
What
time.
else is going on?
Well, I just wanted to tell everybody this, for what it's worth. I don't know if it's worth anything. We had our neighbors over last night, and I have been one of those people that's been a little worried about the election. I haven't been as like, it's a slam dunk, it's going to be a Trump landslide as a lot of other people, right? Like a lot of people are, I mean, there's reason to worry just because of the mail-in voting, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The conversation that was had last night with our neighbors, I have to tell you, I did not realize that my husband was quite this adamant that it is going to be a slaughtering of Biden. Like, he is 100% positive, and he did have some compelling reasons. One of which is because I've been pretty, been out of shape about the mail-in voting and the absentee voting and all this stuff getting in the way,
Yeah.
and the counting getting in the way.
Yeah.
And he said, and I got to double check him on this, but I'm assuming that he has looked into it, that the states that are actually doing the mail-in voting, like where they're blasting mailers to people proactively, are already blue. And so and they're not swing states. And so he's not terribly worried that that's going to impact the results all that much.
Okay.
And he really does believe in this silent majority being,
Silent.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because I took my daughter on Saturday to get her haircut in a part of, like, we live in a really rural area, and then we go into like a town area that's it's been revamped. It's Franklin, Indiana, and it's been revamped. And I gotta say, a lot of yuppies, young professionals, and like young families live there, and so it's kind of hipster, really hipster. Like they have like the coffee shops, and like it's like little bike shop, and it's like really the farmers market, and it's kind of hipster. And so I would imagine that there's a lot of liberals that live there. Really, I mean, there's probably some conservatives, but young millennial types, I would imagine, that live there, right? And so I assume that Franklin is probably a little more on the liberal side than it would be on the conservative side. So we drove in there. And I saw a lot of flags, a lot of Trump flags, like driving around the neighborhood. And a lot of the Trump flags that say, Trump 2020, no more bullshit. You know what I mean? Those flags.
I love it.
I mean, probably like 4 of those in the neighborhood flags. You don't see any Biden flags. I just haven't seen a lot of those flags.
I haven't seen a lot of yard signs, period.
I have. I've seen a lot of Trump flags. A lot. I mean, but
That's
I live on the south side of Indy, which is traditionally more conservative. She lives on the north side, which is probably more liberal.
Well, our particular district is pretty conservative.
Yeah.
I mean, Carmel is pretty conservative.
But Carmel as a whole is probably more liberal.
No. Carmel is conservative.
It's conservative.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
then like the north side in general
Yeah.
is probably more liberal. So I don't know. We see a lot of, and then I'll see trucks like big trucks and cars and stuff like that with flags on them, like vehicles with flags, Trump flags. People that want to vote for people are not excited to vote for Biden. They're not excited. People are excited to vote for Trump.
That's definitely true.
And that is
That's
absolutely
definitely
true, without question. So I mean, there is that element too, where people, what's exciting about Biden? There's nothing. There's nothing to get fired up about. People are just like, I mean, I guess, whatever. I mean,
That's who there is.
He's just like broth, I mean, and Trump is like pizza, it's
broth.
I mean,
He is the broth of presidential candidates.
That's the only thing I can think of. He is the broth,
And Donald Trump is pizza.
He's pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That he's gonna deliver. There's not any bad pizza, right?
I mean, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's sort of all the stuff that's going on.
Somebody said more Biden signs there. Where do you live? I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either.
You guys have Biden signs? Ew. What does it say? Like
sign war going on in the neighborhood.
Really? What does it say? Does
It
it
probably
say,
I think it just says Biden Harris. Right?
like,
those-
does it say drink your broth? I mean, what does it say? What do the signs say?
Does it say 200 million people are going to die
Die
in the
if-
time that he finishes his
Yeah,
speech?
like what is that? Yeah.
I mean, well, and that's the thing. I don't know. I'm not nearly as convinced as my husband is that this is going to be a Trump landslide, and that we'll know election night because the results will be so clear and so unequivocally not like there's no way that he won't have to that Biden won't have to concede. Like, he's just so sure.
Yeah, and somebody pointed out, and I'm right there with you, people have to go and vote. You cannot
Yeah.
get complacent. We said this, but remember when we thought Romney was a shoo-in?
Yeah.
You remember?
It's not a shoe-in. You
Man,
gotta
that
do the
was
work.
that was a tough night. We were drunk. I mean, it was tough.
It was, yeah, we were having some
Yeah,
beverages
because we
that
thought for sure, we were like, people are angry and they're gonna get out there and vote. Nope, we didn't do it, you guys.
Yeah.
So
it's
we
a
gotta-
very important election, and you got to
the
go
most
to
important.
the polls. By the way, Biden voted early at a polling station, so if he can do it, so can everybody else.
Yeah,
So make sure that you vote in person.
I mean, he's what, like 150 years old, and he's obviously compromised in a lot of ways. And he probably had his mask on, I imagine.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so just put
very
your mask on and go vote, whatever. Speaking of masks, people got mad at me the other day on Instagram. I got a bone to pick because I took a picture of myself, put it on Instagram because the sweet guy, Sean, that brought us ice cream on Friday,
Oh, yeah.
I took a picture of us. And in our company, we have to wear masks in the building.
In the public spaces, yeah.
We're mandated to do that, right?
Not in our own office, which is why we're not.
No, but I mean, like down in the lobby, we have to wear masks, right? So he had this precious like ice cream mask on. It had the cones all over it. It was really cute. So he came in, he brought us the stuff. He had his mask on. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I could maybe put it down for a second, but I kept it on because he had his on, and we took a picture. And so I posted that on Instagram, and people were giving me so much crap. How
What?
dare you say like you're anti-mask and then post a picture with a mask on? And
Oh,
I'm like,
my God.
and I'm like, listen, if I owned the company, I'd be more than happy to not have a mask mandate. But alas, I do not own the company.
You are but one of its employees.
Yeah, I mean, if I owned the company, we would be in a different position right now than in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I would be CEO of the company, and things would be a lot different for me, you know, and things would be different. Let's just put it that way. And so I can't make the rules, you guys. That's the whole point of this whole mandate thing.
But yeah, hell yeah, we can speak out about how dumb they are,
Yeah,
and we're
I
going to
can-
continue to do that.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? I mean, it's like I work at a company. I have a job. I have to come in. I'm supposed to take my temperature every morning at this stupid kiosk thing.
I haven't done
just
that
to
in
get in the
ages.
door, and I haven't done it in like 3 months too. I haven't done it a really long time. But I mean, we're supposed to do that too. We're supposed to take our temperature every day. We're supposed to wear masks. There are certain things that we're supposed to do here at our company. It's a mandate. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And she actually got, because we were on the 5th floor of this building one day, and
I got yelled at.
She had it hanging from her ear, like she was ready to put it on, and we were getting off the elevator, and some woman,
Some Karen,
Some
yelled
total
at-
Karen.
Some Gretchen
some
yelled
Gretchen.
at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, "Where's your mask?" And she started screaming, and I was just like, "Oh my god."
The mask holes are the worst.
They're awful. I mean,
The
you get
worst.
shamed all the time. So I mean, you can't win. And so I get yelled at by her. I'm getting yelled at by y'all. It's like just
Stop yelling.
I just hate these stupid masks. They're ridiculous. I hate them all. I wish all this would go away. I just hate it. I just hate it all. So
Yeah.
So quit yelling at me on Instagram
Yeah,
because
stop
I had to
yelling.
wear a mask.
Thank you again to those of you who sent lovely gifts. Thank you to those of you who have bought books of ours. So appreciate that. Thank you to those of you who have ordered Cameo video messages from us. Thanks for going to our store, which is at the top of chicksontheright.com. Thank you for listening to our podcast, the Macadaisy Common Sense Cast. Make sure that you subscribe to the Macadaisy Show YouTube channel.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
Are we going to do GoFundMe?
I think we're gonna. We could either do we're gonna either. You guys, you should vote. We're either gonna talk about GoFundMes and how dumb they are, for like stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're necessary for some things, but we think that this generation has taken GoFundMes to a level that is ridiculous.
out of control.
Completely, it's like an entitlement thing. It's like, I want to fund my vacation to Croatia. So that's like that kind of stuff. And then, or we want to talk about how this BLM thing is infiltrating education, because we've been talking about that a lot.
Yeah.
So we were going to expand on that. So you guys can vote and tell us what you think you want us to talk about, because we can do either one. So there's those two things.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for subscribing to that.
Absolutely. All right. I guess that's it.
We got to bring it in. Bring it in! Bring it in, you guys. Have a great Monday. Bye.